Good afternoon, traders. It's Monday, April 19th. We're in the after hours right now. It's 7:20 Eastern time. So there's about 40 minutes left. And if you look at this list, this is the Webull Markets tab, top gainers, selected after hours. So it's organized by the highest percent growth in the after hours. And look, the number one stock is only up 27, about 28%. So that's pretty typical for this month. And this month has been terrible for trading individual stocks, as you may know. And one way we can try to gauge whether or not energy is back in the individual low float, especially because that's the type of stocks you see on these lists, these low float stocks that can move massive amounts within the matter of a few hours. You can make a lot of money off those stocks, but there needs to be other traders trading them. There needs to be a lot of volume and energy behind those stocks. And one indication is, what is the highest top gainer of the after hours? We're at like 30% with this thing now. That's nothing for many months. And I'm not saying it never stopped, like it was consistent, but for long periods of time, you will see every single day stocks on this after hours list that have gained 100% or 200 or 300% maybe. But this 10, 20, 30% stuff that we've been having all of April has been really weak, and it's continued throughout the pre-market and the intraday. There have been virtually no big runners all month, and the sentiment on these individual stocks has been very weak, so it's been very hard to make money day trading. So this is really just kind of like a PSA. If you are looking for a way to try to figure out if the energy is back in the individual stocks and these low float stocks, and is it time to start day trading again, I would look first to this top gainers after hours list and see what kind of numbers you're seeing over here. When you see these low numbers, there is not a lot of energy, and it's likely, not impossible, but it's likely that there will be no energy tomorrow following this. So of course the energy can come back in at any moment. You don't know when that's going to happen, and it may not start in the after hours. It may start in the pre-market. But I think this is a pretty good indicator, because every single day we've been seeing weak moves in the after hours, followed by weak moves during the pre-market and no big moves during the day. So if you want to be extra careful and you don't want to put your money out there and risk it, then I would just wait until you see the number one stock on these after hour top gainers list somewhere around 100%. Maybe 75, 80% at the bare minimum. And then that could be an indication that the following day, there may be equal amounts of energy and interest in these low float stocks. So hopefully this is helpful to you. And the next day when you come in, I would look at the top gainers pre-market list, select all, organized by volume. This is where volume actually means something. On the after hours, it doesn't mean anything because it includes the whole day. It doesn't just start at the after hours. But yeah, if you organize by volume and you stick with the top 3 or so stocks, then you're increasing your chances of getting into a stock that is likely to move. So anyway, hope this helped you guys. No matter what, whether you see a big runner or not, and you take a trade the next day, make sure you have a plan going into that trade, have a well-defined stop loss before you enter the trade, and if the price comes down and hits your stop, just take it, stop out. Don't say, oh, well, this thing was like the top gainer yesterday, it has to work out. I'm just going to sit here and hold through my stop, and hopefully it comes back up. That is a terrible, terrible strategy. You may get away with it once in a while, but if you continue that, if the first time doesn't get you, eventually you're going to get hit really hard and you're going to wipe out all your gains in one trade. So my best advice to you is, no matter what you see on these lists, have a plan going into the trade. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit targets, and then in the long run, you should be green. Take care.